Hi, everyone. This is Professor Bowen-Moore. This video is an orientation into Illustrator. This is our vector-based program. So this is can be used for layout as old schoolers use for print layout. They'll design business cards, letterheads, logos. Anything graphic related is going to be produced in Illustrator. This is a logo I recently redrew for Yoknapatawpha Press. So Illustrator is our vector-based program. So vector images can be scaled to any size without worrying about depreciation of the clarification of the image. In other words, it's not made of pixels. So resolution is not an issue. Vector-based programs are made from mathematical paths. And so with vector-based programs, you're not going to get the detail that you might get in an actual photograph. But for anything related to signage or branding identity, a vector is going to work much better for logos and graphics. So this is our vector-based program. And like I said, you can do some layout in here as well. When we have a document open, I'll open the AI version. You do the page, or if you're opening a document or creating a document in Illustrator, you're going to have the same kind of options that you do in all the Adobe programs. You're going to have, it will do work for print and mobile and web. Film and video production, you can make animated things here. It's got a lot of capabilities in these newer versions. So there's a lot you can do in Illustrator. It's one of my favorite programs that Adobe makes, actually. But the same with the interface as I described in the other videos. If you watched InDesign orientation and Photoshop orientation, you heard me talk about the different parts of the interface. And same here, you have your toolbar on the left. Again, we've got different tools, but similarly here to InDesign, since it does some layout, but you're going to have a lot more drawing tools here. You have, your fill, your stroke, your general control panel at the top relating to the tools that you're using. And you've got your window tools and panels over to the right that can be interchanged out or moved around as I described, with the little arrow. You can make them disappear. You can move them around. You can expand them and make them just the icon versus a more spread out view. You do have a ruler in here as well. Command R also navigates that or makes it visible or invisible. You do have your guide, same as you have in the other programs. And at the bottom, you have some slightly different tools here at the bottom. You don't have a pre-flight window, but you do have how you're viewing the screen and scaling the images and so on, and how they're oriented on the page. And you've got your scroll to move around the artboard area. Now your document is going to be called, or your image area is going to be called the artboard, and you can modify that as well. So there are some things in all of these programs that are similar, and then each one is going to have their own unique capabilities. In all of your programs, you can also adjust the preferences. If you go to, in this case, Illustrator, or you can select Photoshop or InDesign up in your top menu. And when you go to General, you can click on different things and make them more accommodating. For instance, the units, whether they're in points or different units there. They're already set to industry standards, so a lot of times you won't adjust any of those things, but the colors of your guides, those can be adjusted. Sometimes we work with images or graphics that are the same color as the guides, so sometimes we need to change it to make it more contrasting so we can see the guides. So you have areas where you can adjust the colors and just different things. You can adjust your interface. I can make my interface black. I can make it a lighter gray or white. The default is the medium to dark gray here. But yeah, you can change a lot of this stuff to kind of fit your comfortability. But I wanted you to know that that is there as well. All of your tools that you see in your toolbar, your control panel, your window panels on the right, all of those tools are also up at the top in the menu bar at the very top of your desktop when you're in Adobe. Your window, under window, those are all your windows on the right. So you can select if something's not visible, you can go under window and make it visible. View is going to give you all of your different grids. There's a lot of different grids and guides that you can make visible or invisible to help you when you're doing layout or when you're even drawing something and you want certain things to align. So it has a lot of specific capabilities here. So between the three, like I said, a lot of similarities. So each program will have some shortcuts that are a little different, that do the same thing. But a lot of your shortcut keys are going to be very similar as well. So you'll learn all those specifics as we progress throughout the semester. But I just want you to get oriented with it initially so it's not so intimidating, and just to help you have a little guidance from the beginning so that you can start playing with the software and just feel a little bit more comfortable, know how to set it up to your specifications or to your comfortability. And from there, you can work more easily and more efficient. All right. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Thanks again for listening and looking forward to this semester.